Hi there, sport fans. My name is John Ramsingh, cricket's humble servant. I welcome you to the first edition of Full Pitch right here on the Guyana TV network, a network for you, for me, for everyone. On today's edition, we come to you live from the Everest Cricket Ground, the picturesque venue here in Georgetown, Guyana. And on today's first edition, we'll toss it over to the Georgetown Cricket Association for a weekend roundup. We also head across to Essequibo to find out what's happening with the South Essequibo T20 Blast. There's also a Good Friday 40 over bash coming up. And also we look at what's happening with the American Cricket Society Tour of Guyana. Then we talk about cricket on the national level. All right, so we invite you to stay with us until the end of this show. It will be action-packed because we talk cricket here, but we also show you what's happening on the field. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this short break. Well, welcome back to Full Pitch. Do remember, we're still in our first edition and so much information for you. I know it's going to take a little while to digest, but remember, we have reruns for you, so you can watch it back tomorrow. You can watch it back with your family. Invite everyone to get on the app right now. The network is here for everyone, so please get on the app right now. All right, it's the Easter season, it's Passover season. Happy Holy, happy Good Friday, happy everything, because we're also in the holy season of Ramadan. All right, coming up on Good Friday, like I mentioned earlier, the Good Friday 40 over bash. It's something that we've been grown accustomed to over the years, and it's happening again. This time it's happening at Multi-Nose Sports Club ground, and today we have to talk about it. Some of the guys that will be involved not only on the field but behind the scenes as well. Pharrell, I want to say welcome to Full Pitch first of all, and this is a big game, the 40 over bash. First of all, how many years now are we doing this?
First of all, thanks, John. This year is going to be the 4th edition of Good Friday 40 Over Bash. We've been doing it for the past 3 years, and it's been growing every year. It's getting bigger, better, and this year we're just looking to go a notch further.
Yeah. So this notch further because you've seen what you've done for the past 3 years, and a notch further now. What is different?
Branding. More sponsors are coming on board. They're seeing the development that we've put in over the past 3 years. So a lot of sponsors have been coming on board, as well as the cricketers. We're more exposed now to professional talent. We have some guys in the West Indies setup that will be on showcase as well. So that's a plus for us.
Yeah, we don't want to get into those names just yet in terms of individuals, but the teams that are selected, all right, two big names. How did you guys come up with the names of these teams, first of all?
Well, first of all, it came about from the organizer himself, Mr. Melville. Credits to him. He came up with the two names for the two teams.
Western Warriors and South Raiders. Soon we'll perhaps have somebody from the north and somebody from the east. We'll never know. All right, we'll put the spotlight a little bit on some of the players because Collis is with us. Collis, you'll be representing one of these teams. Did you play in one of the editions before?
Yeah, I actually played last year. You know,
And tell us about that experience last year.
well, it was good. It was good for me. It was that was my first year playing, so I expecting something better this year, and I mean putting in the work to actually come home with the title this year. Cause last year was very close, so I'm just looking forward for the victory this year, and bring home the trophy.
It's 40 overs aside. A lot of cricket these days, because of various reasons, people play T20, T10, and even some 25 overs games. How much of a difference, or how much are you looking forward to a 40 over game?
Well, I'm looking forward, to bat as long as possible. Well, we all know it's 40 over. You have time to get in yourself, as you should say, and score runs. You never know what could happen from there, because you're gonna be streaming, and spotlight's gonna be on individuals. So yeah, I'm looking forward for a good performance this year.
I know back in the days, guys, I'll tell you this, back in the days, you couldn't leave your home on Good Friday unless you're going to the neighbors. Now it's different. It's 2024, things are happening differently. We're going to talk about these teams for just a little bit. You mentioned some international players coming to rub shoulders with some of the local players. Who are some of those international players?
Well, first off, from the Western Warriors side, we have ex Guyana Harpy Eagles player Quentin Sampson, and on the South Raider side, we have current West Indies player Tevin M. Black. Richie Loknath is there as well. And that's about it for the international guys.
Yeah. All right, I don't think Quentin will be happy that you're calling him an ex-player. He's very much in his prime, and he's going to prove himself not only at this Good Friday bash. He's going to prove himself and be back in national colors very soon. He is a white ball specialist,
Yes.
and he's going to be coming with his A game. All right, we'll take a quick look at these sides. The Western Warriors. Jeremiah Scott as captain, Joshua Farrell, yourself, Adrian Hines, Stephanie Black, Brandon Jaikaran, Jonathan Van Lang, Laurel Parks, Antony Pamal, Collis Rimple, Krishna Singh, Mahim Khan, Ricardo Percival, and Quentin Sampson. Pestano Bell is the coach. I noticed that it's not necessarily players from one club or one jurisdiction. How was the selection done?
All right, so John, so how we come about with the teams is that if you notice, many of these guys played at the youth level for Guyana, some didn't. And what we're looking to do is to incorporate those talents with guys who made it on a high level and guys who didn't perform so well. So we're looking to build that bridge to so that they can make it on a national team.
Right. And Collins, these are the guys you're going to be playing against. Bernard Bailey, captain. Damuka Jr., Richie Looknott, Ushadeva Balgobin, Ezekiel Wilson, Owen Andrews, Stefan Wilson, Anton Lim, Shiloh Adams, Miguel Parks, Stuart Hicks, Nichanan Matura, the young leg spinner, and Mavindra Dindyal. Those are the players. Roy Morel, the coach. How much are you looking forward to playing against these guys?
Well, I don't want to think much about it, but cricket is basically tactical and mental. You just have to, in your quiet time. Well, I play among many of them already, so it's just know where the likes and the dislikes, and go about in conquering them. So yeah, that's basically it.
You mentioned a lot of sponsors on this year. The Multi-Nose Sports Club ground, the Ferdinand Oval. I'm hoping that it's going to be transformed, right? Because it's a nice venue, beautiful venue. I remember the days ball used to come on really nicely there. What are some of the things you guys want to put in to make it an attractive venue that people on the outside will want to definitely walk in?
Well, there's a lot of giveaways for the fans as well, in addition to the cricket excitement that will be going on there. So fans could come out, they can win a lot of prizes also.
Yeah. What are those prizes? Tell me some. Tell me some. We want to get everyone to come out.
No spoilers, John. No spoilers.
All right, so it is the Good Friday 40 over bash, and it's happening, of course, on Good Friday, Multino Sports Club ground. Is there an admission fee? Because, with all the international players, all the expected action, people may ask if they have to pay to get in.
There's no fee attached to these talents, John. No fees.
All right, Collis, you giving me all the talent for free, boy?
Well, it's all about exhibiting talent. So, we inviting people to come and, see talent, spot talent. They also be streaming. So, no problem. No problem at all.
All right, no worries. Well, guys, remember the battle lines are drawn. We're looking forward to a big game. All right, we're hoping that the weather will be on our side. We don't want any spoilers because we don't want to spoil the prizes. We don't want to spoil the action on the field. All right, so that game is going to begin at 11 on Good Friday. We still have time to do the Good Friday Mass, do all you have to do in terms of your formalities at home, and head out to the Ferdinand Oval at Multinos. All right, guys, we're getting towards the end of this segment. I'm sure you have some other names you want to say thank you to, some things you want to say hello to. Let's hear.
Yeah, just want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. So just want to say thank you to all our sponsors, which will be Quality Deliver, Shy Oil, 007 Bar and Lounge, Cinex Vortex, Barker's Plumbing, SD&L Certified Accounting, 4R Bearings, um, S&D Fuel Depot. We have RB Groceries, BS Inc., Candy's Catering Services, CR Bot Repair Shop, JS17 Online Shopping, One Movement Heat Transfer Shop. We also have Exotic Prince 592, Price Smart Supermarket, Bronx Holding, Ansmocal Distribution Inc., Guyana's Beverages Inc., and Smith's Electrical Contracting Services. Thank you to you guys.
I think you missed one. Barker's Plumbing. I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but Barker's Plumbing is there as well. Right, because my invoice is prepared. I'm going to send you guys my invoice very soon. All right, guys. So there you have it. The Good Friday 40 over bash. It's different. It's something that we can all look forward to. It's now its fourth edition. All right. They had three attempts to make it this way, and now we're getting closer to being a full handful. All right. So we want to invite you to come out once again. After this break, we'll tell you about a trivia of the week. All right, stay with us. Well, welcome back to Full Pitch. We're still in the first edition, Just as I promised, the full pitch trivia of the week. And let's head to that immediately. To be on your screen, but I'll just read it out for you as well. What is the name of the captain of Guyana's senior female cricket team? What is the name of the captain of Guyana's senior female cricket team? Right? You can text your answers to the WhatsApp number that will appear on your screen. And if you're a winner, we'll announce it next week right here on Full Pitch. It's all happening and it's all over to you. All right, as promised, the Georgian Cricket Association in full mode at this stage. It's early in the year. The weather is excellent for cricket, and lots of action is happening on the outside. Sean Masai is with us. Sean, we want to thank you for coming on Full Pitch. Full Pitch is going to be your weekly uh, spot basically for cricket. We're going to put a highlight on everything that's happening with cricket, and GCA is close to our heart. We want to talk about what's happening with GCA. We're in the middle of a good season, Sean. First of all, before we get to what happened last weekend, tell us basically what's happening generally with GCA cricket.
Uh, Let me say good afternoon to all who's listening and who's watching. Thank you, John, for an excellent idea of coming up with this roundup on a full pitch, we call it. Anyway, GC, as we all know, is Georgetown Cricket Association. You know, we've got over 16 clubs playing in all the divisions, the first division, second division, under 13, under 19, all the levels under 19. And so for we recently, the Georgetown have won the under 19 Demerara Cricket Board Inter Association. So congratulations to those guys. So there's a lot of cricket being played by Georgetown Cricket Association.
One thing, Sean, I know you've been very busy recently with women's cricket, young girls cricket, and so on. What's happening in that aspect of it?
Well, John, so far we got a couple of girls being selected for the Guyana team, which is currently playing right now in the regional tournament. And coming up after this, we have some under 13 cup crickets coming up, and we're going to involve at least two women teams into that competition.
How soon is that? Because it's pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty soon, because this weekend coming up, we're going to start with the boys section of it and then get into the girls during the week, during the other week.
All right, so we look forward to that as well, and it's something we can all look forward to right here on the Guyana TV network, on the FL Sport channel, on Full Pitch. All right, so Sean, busy weekend just concluded. You can tell us what's happening, and also in giving a roundup, I'll ask you about those outstanding players. How many hundreds we have? How many 5 wicket hauls? But just give us general roundup for now.
All right. We had a couple of games over the weekend. We had the first division GISC Star Party Rental and Trophy Star being played between Guyana and Georgetown Cricket Club. Georgetown Cricket Club won that game. You know, they've batted first. They made 217 and had Guyana bowled out for 67 and 68 in that match. That match finished pretty early at Maltino's ground. And then we had a couple of second division games in the Georgetown Cricket Association of Friends of Cricket. Over the weekend, we had the Demerara Cricket Club coming up against the El Dorado Cricket Club. That match drawn at DCC ground. Demerara Cricket Club posted 235, and El Dorado replied 170. And then the DCC batted again and make 167 for 2 declare. And El Dorado finished at 6 to 6 for 5, that match being drawn. So they had some good performance there as well. And then we had a match at the Transport ground between Everest and Transport. That match was drawn as well. Transport batted first, they make 292 for 8 declare. Everest replied 127. Transport went back and batted and make 91 for 8 declare. And Everest finished with 128 for 7. A couple of 5 wickets haul in that match as well. Three players had 5 wicket haul in that match. They had another match at the Queen's College ground, where we had we had my good friend Magarel was to give me an update on that. A positive, this is the Agricola match between Agricola and Police. We still to get an update on that game, but we're going to get that in due course.
All right, let's go to some individual performances. You mentioned 5 wicket hauls at Transport. What were these guys bowling? Because I know Transport traditionally has been a feather bed, has been good for batting. What were these guys bowling to get 5 wicket hauls?
Well, before I started with a good guy named a youngster from Everest, Stephen Mangal. You know, he had a good spell of bowling of 5 wickets. He took for 5 wickets for 50 runs. Oh no, wait, sorry. Let me I give you this up, bro. He took Let me get this loading figures. Sorry.
That had to be the first
Yeah,
innings.
yeah. They had a. I think I got in the first innings.
So these are two day
It's a
tournament.
two-day
Yeah.
game, right? And let me get. I'm getting this mixed up now, bro.
How many rounds are finished already?
We got in the second division today approximately just three rungs so far, but not all the teams managed to play three rungs. Yeah, Stephen Mangali took 5 for 84 in that innings, whereby Shiloh Adams for Transport made 115.
Yeah.
Right, we had some other performance from Riyad Latif 38, John Prasad 29, Mime Khan 25, and Romeo Dinarine 42. In the reply, you had yours truly. I didn't want to highlight that, but yours truly finished with a 5 wicket haul of 5 for 35, being the man with the most wicket. The other rest take 1 wicket each. And then we had Dave Mohabir in the second innings. He took 5 for 15. So it was some good spell of bowling. We had Chris Harry from Everest. He had a 4 wicket as well. Bowled with heart and pace. He bowled really hard. Lovely, nice left arm pace. And he really had the guys them jumping. But it was good spell of bowling by Chris Harry.
Yeah, Chris has been working hard. 1 year ago, he had a little bit of a tummy, had some extra weight. This time around, he's looking a much better bowler, trim, and putting in the long yards. He told me he bowled 9 overs on trot in the first innings, and that is something we can work with. I remember the legend himself, Colin Croft, said if he bowled 9 overs in one spell, that's considered warm up. So now everyone else who want to become a legend in fast bowling got to do double at least. Not bad at all. Good start though.
Yeah, but and then they had Nityan Mathura.
Yeah.
He was the guy who stood and helped them to draw that game in the second innings. He played a well patient 50, not out at the end. So it was good work by Nityan Mathura as well. Very good youngster.
I noticed some low scores in the second innings, though. Is there a reason for that? Not only in the Everest Transport game, but also the game at DCC with El Dorado and DCC, and also you mentioned 60 something in the first division. Is there a reason you think for low scores?
I think the low score in the second division, it's a 2-day game. You start at 11, you have about 3 hour per session. So what you find maybe in the second innings, teams trying to hunt to see if they could get at much maximum points, and that might be a cause of it. But in terms of the first division, I don't know, it's lack of application, I would say.
Guyana.
And Guyana, another team of known have been practicing, often. So that is maybe a downfall for them.
All right, so 100, a couple of 5 wicket hauls seemed like a good weekend for the Georgetown Cricket Association, but it doesn't stop there. You said just 3 rungs in the second day completed, lots of rungs still to go. So I rather suspect it's not a busy weekend despite it's a holiday on Monday.
Yeah. What might happen this weekend though, John, is that we can focus a little more on the 13s, give them a chance to get some play because school closes on Friday, so give them a chance there. And we have, I think, a team will be touring here in Guyana, maybe from the USA, and they will have a couple of games against some of the clubs and maybe select teams from the Georgetown Cricket Association, mainly on the 17th though. So we can try to use up that weekend into the Easter weekend. And for the Easter weekend, I know the GC, as I said before, that won the under-19 Demerara Cricket Board, under-19 Inter-Association. They will come up they will be forcing a combined 11 at DCC, which I think that will be streamed live by FL Sport. So that is a good game to look at as well coming up for the GCA.
All right, I know you're hampered a little bit by grounds because Everest, GCC, Police Sports Club closed because of the upcoming T20 World Cup with matches scheduled for Guyana. So how are you managing to get so much of cricket with little resources?
All right. What helping us a lot really too, mainly you can find more second division play because we have QC which have 3 pitches, but we normally use 2. And we even got GDF who ground has been closed as well. So this will be using Transport, Maltinos, DCC and QC 2 pitches. So that's the only grounds we have to push in those games.
And one thing I must say, the weather has been very fair to us. We're very pleased with good weather. I know it's a holiday weekend, Pagua, Good Friday. We're still in Ramadan as well. So thank you. Whatever God you worship to, keep praying for cricket. Keep praying for weather. Sean, I want to thank you so very much for dropping by. You can encourage everyone to go to the app, Guyana TV Network, download the app, check on FL Sport. Full pitch is going to be there. Your weekly update. We welcome GC every week.
Thank you, John. You look forward for your compliments. I'll be here every Monday giving a roundup for GCA. Thank you.
All right, we thank you so very much to the GCA. I want to wish you guys all the best as well. And in a few weeks, maybe After Sean depart, I'm going to give you a trivia about the formation of cricket and where does GCA fall in the whole, the whole pyramid of cricket in Guyana, the structure. So I want you to pay keen attention to what Sean will have to say because it may come as a trivia. All right, we have more for you on the other side of the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, and just as we get ready to wrap things up on our first edition of Full Pitch, just want to let you know what's happening not only in Georgetown, also in the rest of the country. We head to Essequibo for what is called the South Essequibo Cricket Committee Republic T20 Blast, and that is going to be a big one. That's going to be coming up on Sunday the 24th of this same month, March. And just to let you know the teams that will be participating in that final, we go to NOC Sports Club coming up against Rising Stars. But there's a third place match that we played as well. It's all happening at the Pomona Sports Club ground. Third place match will bring together Affiance Sports Club and Renegades. So it's a big weekend in Essequibo on the Essequibo coast. Pomona ground, all roads lead to Pomona on Sunday the 24th. That's the day before the holiday. So NOC Sports Club against Rising Stars, that's a feature game. And before that, the third place playoff, Affiance against Renegades. I did mention to you that ACS, they're in Guyana. They'll be getting ready for a very, very grueling tour. 8 matches in 9 days. I don't know how they do it, but we'll let you know next week on FL Sport the progress of the first few matches. They begin on Saturday at Tugber Park. Then on Sunday, they go to Bushlot. These are games in Berbice. Tugber Park on the east, and then Bushlot on the west of Berbice. Monday is going to be a holiday. It's going to be Pagua, and I'm sure the guys will be happy to play some Pagua with their friends and family. Then they head to the Essequibo coast. They take on South Essequibo on Tuesday, North Essequibo on Wednesday. Then they head back to Georgetown, taking on Maltinose on Thursday. Friday, they head to the Police Sports Club ground on Good Friday, looking to arrest the police officers. Or will the police officers arrest them? We'll never know. Saturday, they take on the Georgetown Cricket Club, or maybe a Georgetown Cricket Association select team at a venue to be confirmed. And then they wrap up their tour on Sunday, the last day of March, with a game against Enmore at Enmore. As the American Cricket Society, they continue their tours of Guyana annually, and they'll be playing 8 games in 9 days. Wonderful tour will be coming to an end very soon. All right, we hope that you trying your trivia, and you can see it on your screen again and try it. We'll announce next week if you're a winner. We'll be happy to have you joining us at one of our shows, maybe coming close to you. I want to thank Everest for hosting us today. And if you would like to host us at some point in time, do let us know. We'll come to your venue and have one of our full pitch shows right from your venue. So on our next edition, we continue to put a spotlight on GCA, that's the Georgetown Cricket Association. We tell you about what's happening with ACS and their tour to Guyana. We bring you the results of the South Essequibo Cricket Committee T20 Blast. And also we tell you what's happening with the national teams. The females are out doing very well in the T20 Blaze. The gents are doing their thing in the regional 4-day tournament. So we'll give you some updates on what's happening there as well. So it's been our pleasure joining you with this, our first edition. We hope it's the first of many. It can only be so if you partake with us. So download the app and let us hear from you as well. All right, so until next time, I want you to take care of yourself and each other. From all of us here at Full Pitch, we're out.